Tape Deck Media.
And we are rolling. Welcome, Mr. Cattermole, to the podcast.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Do you know, this is the weird thing, is like, I stopped the podcast not long after we met, and then we became quite good friends, so like, you sort of like appeared in the Ruddleverse, just on the fringes, because you've not been on the podcast before, have you?
No, first time.
So here we are, Grant, local comedian. You're about a year in the game, but you were already nominated for Best Newcomer in the Guild Awards, I think, were you?
No, not Guild Awards,
The Good Times Awards.
but the goodies, like the Christchurch Good Times Comedy Club Awards.
There you go.
Good as Newcomer.
Yep, pretty good. What was I nominated for in that? I think I was nominated for like Best Producer or something in that, maybe?
Yeah, I think so.
Maybe? I don't know.
Red Deaf, your show got nominated.
That's what it was. Yeah, I'll take that. Anyway, we're here today because we both participated. We're at the end of November now, so this is a good couple of months ago, but we participated in a challenge called JokeTober. That doesn't roll off the tongue as easily now. JokeTober was the one we started. Now I keep saying JokeVember because that's the one we're saying.
I know, it's that recency thing.
Yeah, so we were going to do a bit of a post-mortem. We're going to go through what the experience was like doing a joke every single day with a different prompt in October. And then we'll talk a little bit about why JokeVember hasn't really had the same magic and what we changed about JokeVember and kind of maybe why it's not been as enjoyable. So I guess overall, if you're listening to this, every single day we had to upload a reel. Some people wrote text ones.
Yeah, I think there was John the Robert, one of the other
John the
local
Robert, Dave
comedians.
Adams, Matt Threadwell, they posted a few text ones.
Yeah.
And I think there were some guys up north, Chris Lippy, didn't seem to be using our prompt list, was just posting jokes every day.
Oh,
so, hey, good on you, man. I'm glad he won't be listening, but yeah. So what did you think of the whole project? Did you enjoy it? What was your kind of take on it?
Yeah, it was good. Like, I've had a few chats with some other local comedians and yourself about how comedy is very open. Like, there are so many different things you can do within comedy that it can sometimes be a bit intimidating. And having, like, a prompt where it's like, I have to write a joke about bananas or about, the multiverse or whatever, it kind of gives me a bit of direction so I know where to start with my writing.
Oh, the idea that there's nothing scarier than a blank sheet of paper kind of thing. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, exactly. Like, okay, got a prompt here, I've got a starting point.
Yeah.
I quite like that as
And we had the prompt list about a month early, and still some of them I was not even thinking of, and I couldn't think of something until literally when I was uploading it. So yes, some of these, I think we'll try and remember which ones really gave us hell when we go through all the prompts.
Yeah.
Because there were some of them, I remember we were both just like, I've got nothing for this.
Yeah.
I can't. And so how did I feel about it? I liked it. I picked the wrong month. October was the wrong month to do it because I don't remember. It's funny now that it's done. I don't remember what I had going on at the time, but I felt like I was really busy, and these jokes quite often was something I was uploading at like 11 p.m. or something, whereas Grant's had his up since like lunchtime. And
Sometimes,
yeah. And that was the wrong month to choose. I think next year we might have to strategically pick.
I think you were a bit sick as well, weren't you?
Yes, no, you're right. I've been sick since like September, so half of October I would have been crook as well. Yeah, so it's just a lot going on. I don't know.
Actually, I got sick right after it happened.
Because you finished the task and then your body went, we're done. Yeah. I reckon we'll do October next year, and we'll see because some of this might have been poor planning on my part. Like I may have I booked a lot of stuff that I had to promote close to each other, and I think that was what was taking up a lot of my time. But we'll see how next October goes, because I think I want to do it again. But we had some requests from people to keep it going like daily, but I think daily every single day would be unsustainable, right? Like I wouldn't be able to keep up with that.
I remember in the last week, both of us were just like, oh my God, we're still, the finish line's in sight.
Yes.
Lights at the end of the tunnel, but we were like, those last couple,
We're ready for it to be over by the time it was over. So yeah, maybe once a month, once a year, you just do a hard sprint, and then it's like, okay, I think it's a bit like the Edinburgh Fringe Festival. A lot of comics get to the Edinburgh Festival and they go, okay, August, I'm going to be white knuckling it for a month, but then after that it's done, and it's kind of like, back to regular gigging. So And I think that we changed it with Jokevember where we're doing one joke a week, but that's almost too far apart. Like, the reason we wanted to spread it out was because one joke every day was relentless, and if you missed a day, then it was like your whole kind of sequence was thrown out of kilter.
We did pretty well, though. We kept up with the schedule really well.
I missed 1 or 2 days where I uploaded after midnight, but like, yeah, but then a week is too far apart, because we were talking about this before in the restaurant. We were like, you get to Wednesday when you're like, oh, I should upload today, but you don't. And then you're like, it's okay, I can do it Thursday. And then you're like, well, I've got until Sunday. And so, it just keeps, like, I still haven't done my one for this week because we had some weird thing with TikTok happen.
Yeah, should we talk about that?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, okay. So, this week's prompt was algorithm.
Yeah.
And so I did a sketch that was kind of like, hey, I'm the algorithm. Here's all the stuff that I do to make your life better. But it's things like, your boyfriend broke up with you. Don't worry, I'm going to dig through all your photos and like remind you of the happy times.
Show you all the best ones, yeah.
Yeah. And I think, was your one that kind of peep show one?
So I haven't done mine yet. Mine was going to be a little Ruddle Me This exclusive here. It was going to be me saying, back in the 1700s, and it's a guy going, I just don't get it. I planted my crops under the light of a full moon, and I sacrificed a rabbit to the god Artemis, and I said the magical Latin words, and my fields are not bountiful or whatever. And then it would cut to 2025, and it's me holding my phone going, I don't get it. I posted it at 12 o'clock, and I used all the hashtags, and I did this and that, and my content's not taking off. Like, that was going to be the
I like that.
The thing there. But yeah, we had, I don't know, TikTok has this every now and then where I think it's got an automatic sorting thing that it'll flag stuff as inappropriate, and my guess is what happens is they update it and then it's overzealous and it's tagging. It's because we looked on the Reddit for TikTok and a lot of people had the same problem. So I don't know. We're kind of just waiting for it to. I'm going to try again on Wednesday and see if that fixes
I
it.
put mine up and it was immediately deleted for
mine too. Yeah, it didn't even make it
violating community guidelines. Yeah, now I've got this like first warning badge up there. And
I hate that because you can hide it on your profile, but it's still there. You still know it's there. Yeah,
I know.
Well, let's go through some of these prompts, and we'll maybe say I've uploaded my compilation onto my YouTube, so you can check it out there. And I think you've got your whole backlog up on TikTok now.
Yeah, so they're all on my TikTok. They're all on my Instagram, but I will do a compilation YouTube video as well and share that out.
So what was day one?
Toothbrush.
Toothbrush. I don't even remember what I did for Toothbrush. My joke was I really hate my dentist, so when he for his birthday I got him a plaque, which is like, it's all right. It's not a bad little one-liner.
Yeah, I think my one was I just got a Reach toothbrush and I'm really stoked with it. It makes it all the way to my mouth every time.
That's quite good, actually. That's actually not a bad. That's not a bad wee joke there. I think there's something funny in there about getting your dentist a plaque, though. Yeah. But that one was relatively easy. It didn't give us any trouble. What was the next one?
They both had a good bit of wordplay in there. Yeah. And then we had public transport.
Public transport. What did you do for that?
Oh, just fun. I think it's a good joke, but it makes me cringe. Where I was like, Gen Z, they love public transport. It's bussin'.
No, that's funny. That made me laugh. That one there. Mine, I just remembered, was me saying, I asked my personal trainer friend how I can lose weight, and he said train every day. So I bought a Metro card and been catching the train into work. Haven't lost any weight, though. I quite like that one. I think I'm going to keep that. The problem is Christchurch doesn't have a light rail, so it doesn't work here because people go, huh? What?
Yeah, but a good one in like Wellington or something.
So I spent $400 on a ticket to the West Coast and back. Next one?
Passwords.
Oh, so
we both kind of focused on the character thing.
Interesting character, yeah. And then I got a lot of... So mine was made my password Tyrion Lannister because people... It said include a strong character.
Unique character,
sorry, that's what it was. And then a lot of people were commenting on it saying, why didn't you have the tag? But they kept saying the password's too short. And I was like, damn, that would have really taken it from one to the other. Yeah.
That would have been good, yeah.
What was your one?
I think my one was, they say your password should have at least 8 unique characters, so I made my password Fellowship of the Ring.
Nice. Yeah, we really went for the same angle there, didn't we? What was the next one?
After that, we had, coffee versus tea. You went an interesting angle with this one, with your video, because it was actually you on stage.
Mine bombed so badly at the mic. The joke was me saying I like coffee because it gives diarrhea to those people that have a weak stomach. And then I think I talked about how I didn't get that gene, but I got the cilantro tastes like soap gene. And I actually had uploaded a video of me from the show doing that and not getting a laugh. So yeah, that was a tough one. What did you have?
I think at the end of the clip you say something like, "Oh, a murmur of agreement there, but not much."
Yeah,
laughter.
that was about as good as I got out of them.
So they were on board. They just didn't find it funny.
Yeah, which story of my life, right?
Yeah. I sort of went with actually coffee versus tea, and I was making an argument for tea being better because of what it's done for the language. How if I
some tea.
Yeah, if I go to my friend's house and I spill some tea, we're having a juicy chat. But if I go to my friend's house and spill some coffee, I've just made a mess.
Yeah, that's right. That's funny. I like that one. Was that any trouble to come up with? That one gave me a little bit of strife. I remember it was one of the later ones I thought of.
Yeah, it was one where I sort of I came up with the idea for the joke quite late and quite close to the deadline. And because I was just kind of like, where's the funny in this? And then I just hit on the all the different phrases like high tea or tea and sympathy, spill the tea. We have a lot of phrases with tea, but coffee, well, we use it for a euphemism for one thing.
Come up with
that's
some
about
coffee,
it.
shagging, yeah. There's something to be said for that, I suppose. Yeah, I don't know what I would do for that one. That really does feel like a stand-up routine that someone like Michael McIntyre would be. People that have tea, they're like this, and people that drink coffee are like this, and you would think there's a big long sort of 15-minute chunk or something like that about who's Hot Pockets guy?
Do you mean Hot Ones?
Jim Gaffigan.
Oh right, oh yeah.
The thing about people that drink coffee is, you can see them really doing like a long chunk on that.
And it almost feels kind of hacky at the start,
a little bit, and that's my opinion is I don't care. I don't have a strong feeling one way or the other. I'm not someone who places any real stock into what someone drinks. I
mean, I'm drinking a coffee right now.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'll have a cup of tea.
I'm going to force you to drink a cup of tea just to balance it out afterwards.
Right.
And the thing is, in Hong Kong, they drink them mixed together. They mix coffee and tea together, and it's actually quite nice. So.
I did that by accident once.
You went really metropolitan. You went Singaporean for a weekend.
Well, no, it was when I first started teaching. I'm a teacher, if people didn't know. So when I first started teaching, I was relieving a lot. Yeah. And I went to one school, and in their staff room setup, they had you ever seen sort of the urns, like the big urns that have tea in them?
Yes, yeah.
Like they've already brewed the tea in it?
Yeah.
No, I thought it was just hot water.
So you poured that into the coffee?
So I poured that into my coffee, took a sip, wondered why it tasted so weird.
Love it. I'm going to try that later, actually, I think.
Well, I don't. I tipped it down the side.
Nah, fair enough. What was the next prompt?
Wi-Fi signal.
Oh, fuck. I think this one,
About prison.
Oh, yeah. I had an even worse one for it, though. Because the phrase Wi-Fi router sounds like wife, I root her, which is like a really huckery Kiwi way of saying you're going to sleep with your significant other. And that's horrendous. But then, the one I said was the prisons, being in prison was tough, but believe it or not, they had really good Wi-Fi signal. I got so many bars.
Yeah, I think it was like you were visiting your friend in prison.
Yeah, something like that. What was your one?
Well, kind of similar to the one you rejected, actually, but not quite as awful. I think it went. I think it went along the lines of, I've got a great Wi-Fi signal at home. I give it a signal, she knows just what to do.
That's a nice one. That's a nice little wordplay there, yeah. What was the next one? That one was a hard one. I think I really struggled with that one.
Yeah, I don't remember if I struggled too much with that one. It was I think it was when I got Wi-Fi. Yeah. I was like, what do I do with it? Once I had that little bit of wordplay. A lot of them for me did kind of come down to wordplay, I found. Wordplay. I think I said to you during the time that, if I didn't know what to do, I came up with a rhyme. It was like my crutch,
That's right.
And we'll see that come into play a bit later on. Next one we had was small talk.
Was my one? I think it was something like my friend and I come together once a week and we have small talk. We discuss ants and particles.
That was one of your ideas. You were talking to me about it. I think what you actually posted was, you went on a date with someone and they were just talking about marshmallows and chocolate.
Oh, small talk. Yeah. I like that one. That's actually a banger. I like that one. That one got a relatively decent response. Yeah. I'm sick of this small talk.
Yeah. Oh, it's all on the delivery of that one.
It is. What did you do for that one?
I think, again, kind of similar to the one that you first mentioned. I think it was kind of like I went on a date with someone and we spent a lot of time talking about quantum mechanics.
Yes.
Didn't really work out. That's what I get for trying to make small talk.
Yeah, that's funny. What's the next one?
And then we had, alarm clocks. This was a fun one. But I remember this was one I struggled with.
I posted a couple for that, I think. I posted an alarm clock.
Yeah.
And then I also tried to riff on stage about this, about how, why would we choose alarm as the way to wake us up in the morning? So is that how you want to start every morning, by being alarmed awake? And that didn't really get anywhere on stage. So then I think I said, yeah, my mother bought me a clock to help me get up in the mornings, but it spits on me. It's an alarm clock, which, like, my whimsical comedy friends loved that one. But yeah, that's all right. What did you write for that one again?
That was one I really struggled with, and because
I had trouble. It was one of the ones that didn't come until the last day, I think.
Yeah, no, I wonder why that one in particular.
Well, because it's not even really a thing anymore, is it? It's people just have alarm clocks on their phone. Like, it's
I have an alarm on my phone. I don't have an alarm clock.
Yeah, and I sort of remember trying to think about, like, there was that idea. There's in movies, people would, like, really clumsily whack their hand down on the alarm clock, and I've had them in real life. You have to really precisely push. You can't just slap your hand down on it, and because that seems like a recipe for disaster, making an easy to turn off alarm clock. Do you know? We did this.
Well, like the amount of times I've been caught out by the snooze function, or
you thought you snoozed it, but then you actually turned it off.
Yeah, like I've got probably 4 morning alarms, like half-hour intervals, because that's just how hard it is to get up some mornings.
I feel you there. Yeah. Do you know if I was going to redo this bit, I would do a bit based on some advice we gave out, and good advice, bad advice. Someone asked about how to get up in the morning, and I said, what you need to do is make your alarm sound the sound from. I'm going to wait till you finish drinking because it's.
I don't want to spit take.
So you set the alarm sound to be hardcore pornography, and the only way you can turn it off is if you get up and walk to the other side of your house and, like, hit a button or something like that. So that I would do something in line with that, where it would be like, I don't know, me in my bed and porno sounds start playing, and I panicked, run across the house and hit a button or something, and
my first thought would be, what's happening in my house?
Yeah, it's true. You don't know whether it's real or audio, yeah.
Oh, in my house, it's not real.
What was the next one?
Yeah, we don't need to hear about my one. That's okay.
Oh, sorry. Please, go right ahead.
Nah, this was a bit of a naff one for me, actually. Because I struggled with this one, so I went to the rhyme. I went to the rhyming well.
Yes, yeah.
And what exactly was it? It was something about, I hired a really athletic guy who's a bit arrogant, and he comes by my house every day to wake me up in the morning, and it was something like, it's my ad hoc cocky jock alarm clock.
Nice. That's almost like a George Carlin bit or something.
Yeah.
It's my ad cock. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go with that. Good as a George Carlin joke.
There you go, Cobb.
I'm happy with that.
Cobb, keep swinging, baby. Keep swinging. What's the next joke?
Family group chat.
Oh, I struggle with this one, I think. I don't even remember
what was the first responder.
Oh, that sucks. That joke sucks. and I was listening to a podcast today where someone said first responder, and I thought, I think I can still make something where I'm a first responder. I always message back straight away or something. But yeah, that was the joke. Was my friend in the group chat is a first responder. He always reacts to a meme or something. That was a shit joke. What did you got?
Yeah, that's another one I struggled with. I think for me, the reason I struggled with this is that I've never had a family group chat.
No, I've never been in one. Like, I can't imagine having extended family just being able to ping me whenever they want. That's horrifying to me.
Yeah, like my wife has one with her parents and her 2 sisters. But also, like, they get on really well.
Well, I love the dynamics of a group chat when suddenly the main group chat dies off and a splinter group chat forms, and you realize you're not. Well, I've never been in the situation, but I've heard you can realize that you weren't migrated over into the new group chat. But, like, God, isn't that the worst when you've got a real solid group chat? Like, 'cause we've had ones for comedy and stuff.
Yeah.
And then someone gets added in who's too active, and it just makes you, because, like, I mute pretty much every group chat I've been in. I don't need 50 notifications.
Oh, yeah.
Coming down. And I'm always so hesitant to make group chats for comedy shows. I really deliberately migrated over to
Some
emailing
people do them a lot, and some people just don't. I've noticed.
I hate being in a group chat for a comedy show because there's always one joker who wants to like banter in the group chat, and I just don't need 50 extra notifications a day. Anyway, let's move on. What's the next prompt there?
Although I was gonna, what was I gonna say about group chats? I'm not gonna call anyone out, but I have a group chat. It's kind of devolved into something else, but it started as kind of like, we're hating on this particular person.
Right.
Have you had one like that where it's like a group chat where it's like, we're just here to talk crap about this one person?
I maybe have been I've been the person that was being hated on. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? That is funny, though. That is hilarious. I'd love to know that, the motivation behind what was the initial impetus of a group chat. I always laugh at the artifact titles. Like, I'm in a group chat with Renee and Craig from up in Auckland, and the group chat is listed as like Inchbar Dunedin Fringe 2023 chat or something like that. And that's just our group chat with the three of us now.
Just hasn't updated the time.
No, it's kind of, it is what it is. Anyway, next prompt.
Next one, okay. And what I did for my one, the family group chat, was I just it was pretty hokey. It was kind of like, in my day we didn't have family group chat. The only family group chat we had was an argument around the dinner table. Like.
You used to do analog group chats. Chats.
One of my most boomer jokes. But after that, we had laundromats.
Laundromats. What did we... Do you remember your one for that?
Oh, my one... I quite liked my one, actually. It was stupid, but I was like, I got this new rug recently, and it's amazing. Whenever I chuck my dirty washing on it, it'll come out the next morning, and it's all been cleaned, ironed, it's all folded up. I love my new laundromat.
Brilliant.
What I love the most about it is I put that one on TikTok, and I had someone comment, and they were like, "Oh, that's dry, bro." And I was like, "No, that's my dryer mat."
That's funny. That's dry, bro. That's quite a good gag. That's that idea has kind of been done, I guess, to an extent. Like there was a skit called the Magic Coffee Table, but like,
I know the one. Yeah, the guy's like showing his girlfriend.
Is a nice little wordplay there. Mine was so bad. I keep getting kicked out of my I keep getting kicked out of the weekly poker night with the boys because I turn up with my my recently done laundry and they keep saying, "Geez, Taylor, you just don't know when to know. You don't know when to hold them and when to fold them."
Such a bad
diabolical.
I think you even said in the clip for that one that you found it tough.
I think I laughed and said that was probably the worst joke I've ever told. So let's not linger on that. Let's move on.
Also, it's not.
I've told 3 worst jokes this week. You're saying? Yeah, fair enough.
After that, we had online shopping.
You
had a goodie for this.
This was probably my magnum opus for this.
That was
project.
one of my favourites, yeah.
So the joke is just this ad nauseum is me going, so I went online and I found a horse. And then I wanted to buy the horse and it said add horse to cart. But then I was like, I don't have a cart. So then I went online to buy a cart. And then I found a cart that I liked and it said add cart to horse. And I went, I don't have a horse. So I went online and I found a horse that I liked. And
just over and over.
And it's like, I need to edit that properly. I want to cut it down even snappier and make it as tight as possible. And if I reposted that during like a good time of the day, it would fucking pop off. But yeah, that was one where I was like, all right, I've released 15 clangers first. Yeah. My first banger of the thing. What did you do for online shopping?
I'm honestly just trying to remember. Hang on, I'm sort of...
You got the old video feed up there?
Yeah. We're high tech here. I'm very prepared.
Well, it's a very ad hoc conversation. Online shopping.
Online shopping. What did I talk about?
Do you do a lot of online shopping?
Yeah, constantly. That's like how we do the groceries every week because, it's just so much easier.
Although they made it hard for you.
Oh my gosh!
Months back, every time I go to a supermarket now, I always picture you getting sent to the wrong one, and then fucking. And to cut a long story short, they kept sending. You would order it from one store, but
order it from one countdown, and they'd send it to the other one, and I wouldn't know till I got there.
They gave you no sympathy as well. No. They acted like it was your fault. Did you find your...
I did, yeah, and it was another one I struggled with. Another one I went to the Rhine Bank for, And the gist was I've got this awesome recliner that I like to sit in while I'm, doing some shopping online, mainly for rollerblades.
Yeah.
So it's like where I like to recline while I shop online for inline skates in a supine position.
Nice. Good
Banger.
Rhyme. Nice rhyme. What was the next prompt?
And then we had elevator etiquette.
I remember this one.
Another toughie.
Yeah, this was a hard one because I tried a few times to get this bit to work on stage. So I got being a big guy, and I fucking hate riding elevators because I never want to be the one who pushes it past the weight limit. And people are always we were talking about social contract on the walk before. This is off podcast, but we were talking about social contract. Is if to them they're like, oh no, there's room. Jump in the podcast. Jump in the elevator. And I'm like, it's going to set the weight thing off because there's fucking 7 of you in there now, and I'm about as heavy as 3 people, so it's going to go off, trust me. And they're like, no, it's fine. And then as soon as you step in, the elevator goes, and you're like, no, see, I told you. It's, and then they feel bad for fucking doing that to me, and I feel shit for doing like no one feels good about this situation.
Yeah.
So unless it's like a really quiet shopping, it's only me in the elevator, or I'll usually take the stairs on the way back up if it's like in a busy shopping place. But, this happened to me all the time in Japan. The only option is taking the elevator. You know what I mean? Like you'd go these shopping centers that are like 15, 16.
Oh, I know the type, yeah.
You can catch an escalator up and you've got to go you've got to go up, back and forth up every floor. Or, sometimes you just wouldn't have it up. There was a train station, Fukuoka Hakata train station. If there was an option to walk, I never found it the whole time I was living there. You just had to catch the lift, and the population density there is crazy. So it was all just maniacal. Yeah, so I had tried to encapsulate this in a bit on stage, but it just didn't. It was too verbose. You know what I mean? So then the one I went for was, it's rude to pin someone up against the wall of an elevator and tell them you like their cologne or whatever it was. I said.
Yeah.
Well, it's rude to do that anywhere, but specifically in elevators or something.
Yeah, I could tell you're like, what do I do for this one?
I had nothing in the tank.
There were a few of the days where it was like, I'm just posting something to post it.
But I think in a weird way that
it's not that we didn't put in effort and we didn't put in work. It was like, I've tried. This is just going to have to do for today. I
think that was part of the fun of JokeTober was because it wouldn't have been as fun if it was just me doing it and I was uploading these dross ones.
That would have been a long month.
The fact that I would upload something and know that in about 10 minutes you're going to see it. Yeah. And I'm like, oh no, here we go. He's going to roast me about it. He's going to point something out about it. But yeah, what was your elevator one?
Oh yeah, it was. I just went for my wife's a real stickler for elevator etiquette. Mm-hmm. That's why whenever I lift her up, I make sure not to grab any rude bits.
Elevate her etiquette. That's fun.
Again, the old word play.
Love it. That's great though. I like that.
Yeah, I like that one. After that, we had DIY projects.
DIY projects.
Oh, you had a pretty funny one for this.
What was my one?
You compared it to making love. Like your approach to DIY is the same as your approach to...
it was too. Was start out thinking how hard it can be, really quickly realize I'm in over my head, and then hire a guy to finish the job while I stand there looking awkwardly over his shoulder and offering him a tea or something like that. Yeah,
that's the bit that gets me. It's like you hovering.
Me looking over his shoulder, making sure he's doing it right. That's actually not a bad joke. That is a very take my wife. Not really, take my wife. That's kind of that era. What did you do for yours?
I'm just trying to remember. Let's see.
DIY etiquette. No, it was just DIY, wasn't it?
Just DIY, yeah. DIY. They weren't all etiquette.
No.
That was it, yeah. I just said, I do a lot of DIY around the house. No renovations. I just live by myself.
That's quite nice, actually. I don't mind that.
Yeah, they've probably been done, but...
Nah.
Hey, we had to post something.
I do love anything that posts that paints a picture of someone just alone in the house, sort of doing weird shit. Or I do that.
Kind of like Lenny and the Simpsons, don't tell anyone how I live.
Yeah, exactly. Or funny stuff. What was the next one there?
Bananas.
What day are we up to?
Oh yeah, I probably should have written off the numbers.
That's okay.
So
we'll post it in the notes.
Yeah. So we're on day 13 now. Bananas.
We're not even halfway through. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I know.
Yep.
So bananas for me. I think that was it was an old joke, one that you always liked about going to Kmart.
Kmart, yep.
Because potassium. Yeah, I wanted to get some potassium. Oh no, that's it. I incorporated that into the joke.
Yeah.
The actual joke was, my best friend's gone bananas.
Yeah.
Hasn't lost his mind or anything. He's just got a very potassium heavy diet. And then he went to Kmart to try and buy some bananas and he was very disappointed.
Yeah.
You know?
Got some ketamine though.
Yeah.
And then mine was just saying in the divorce, my ex-wife and I share custody of the banana sundae. It's a split custody arrangement.
I always liked that one.
That's a fun one, yeah.
It's just so silly.
What's the next one? Let's try and get through these.
All right, then we had a 14 middle seat.
Oh, yeah, I just recycled a joke for that one. I said I sat between a couple on a flight who were arguing with each other over me. A lot of people wouldn't like this, but I don't mind being the centre of attention.
Yeah.
I quite like that one.
Yeah,
What did you write for that one?
It's gone well on stage too, isn't it?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
It's like a maybe 30% hitter.
My one for that was quite goofy. It was like, some people really don't like sitting in the middle seat, but it's better than sitting in the piddle seat.
Yep, that is true. What was after that?
J15, we had appointments.
Oh, appointments.
Your one was about restaurants. It was quite a long one.
Was that the one?
You talked about how, you used to be able to just book an appointment at the restaurant, reservation. It was all good, but now they want a lot of feedback and stuff.
Oh, yeah, before you've even had the meal, they email you and they're like, did you have a good meal? And you're like, I haven't even left yet.
Like a clingy girlfriend,
a clingy partner. And I said partner. I was very gender neutral on that because I didn't want to get reamed on TikTok for...
Well, I'm going to get cancelled.
Yeah, you're fucked, man. No, because I said it was... it used to be you book in and they say, cool, we'll see you next week. Whereas now they send you a text the day before being like, just wanted to check how far away are you?
Yeah, you're still coming.
Are you on the way? But what time do you think you're going to get here? And because I booked in at like Winnebago's, I think. And then they wanted me to confirm the day before. And I was like, how often are you getting burnt by people who book in and then don't turn up? But yeah, what did you put for that one?
For that one, it was a bit of a risque one. I was like, my wife and I recently decided that we're not going to have any more children.
Yeah.
So I told her I booked in a vasectomy.
Yeah.
She got really angry at me though. I suppose that's what I get for telling her I booked in a dick appointment.
I like that one a lot. A dick appointment. Anything is a something appointment is great. Like there's a meme of people say turning up at a restaurant so embarrassing, like, hi, I'm here for my pasta appointment.
I love it.
What was the next one?
Day 16, parking.
Parking. Was this the one where I ranted about how it's embarrassing to park in front of other people?
Oh, it was where you do reconnaissance before you're going to go somewhere.
A very real piece of I go into Google Maps and zoom in on signs to see what time the free parking starts. And I think I just
I think you tapped into something there.
Because I hate how when the plans change at the last minute and it's like 8 weeks of reconnaissance out the window. And now I've got to really quickly try and do that all on the fly. And but you have to pretend to be like, no, it's cool, it's fine. You're like,
be nonchalant.
Yeah. What did you put for that one?
I had just a quick gag for that. It was like, I'm really good at golf. In fact, they call me the Parking.
Parking. That's beautiful.
And I'm pretty sure one of the other comics also did the same joke.
They nicked that joke.
Pretty much the same joke, yeah. Like, obviously just, had the same idea in isolation.
Yeah.
But that did make me laugh.
My flatmate was going to go into like electrical engineering and I was going to do a card for him he was the network king, but he never ended up going to that career. So yeah. What was the next one?
Day 17, free samples.
Free samples. Oh yeah, this one actually made it into the stage. So the joke for that one was coworker turned up with a black eye. I asked him, did he get into a fight? And he said, no, karate instructor at the mall was giving out free samples.
Love that.
I really like that joke.
That's just such a good gag. I don't know.
I was just trying to think of like, what don't you want free samples of? And I also like the idea that someone might really naively walk up to the karate instructor and be like, can you give me a little sample of karate? Pow! You think he's going to go, okay, so here's how you do this, punch, whatever, but the guy just socks him in the eye. And then, what did you put for that one?
Oh, mine was a bit lame. It was, that's funny enough. Anyway, so I saw a sign the other day at the shop that said free samples. Got up there, realised it was urine. Should have said pee samples.
That is funny though.
So I had a similar thought process to you of like, what don't you want a free sample
of? Yeah. Did you think of any other examples of what a free sample? I was thinking, syphilis or like what would you?
Yeah, I mean, I just went to like the medical stuff, like blood sample, urine sample, stool sample, like gross things.
Yeah, you don't want a stool sample.
No.
For sure. I also think that the image of like a free sample and then giving away something that's not physical, like he's punching you in the eye.
Yeah.
Like, I'm giving you a sample of karate, and like that honestly would make pretty good visual sketches to have it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, free samples. Can you show me a little karate? He's like, yeah, sure. And he's like sets it up like he's okay, stand like this, whatever, and then he just whacks him in the eye.
I just love it because it sounds like the kind of thing that guys say when they're winding up for a fight, like, do you want your teeth in a basket kind of vibe? Like, do you want a free sample?
You want a free sample of karate? That's great. What was the next one?
Then we had day 18, and it was time travel.
Time travel.
Your one was about a memory.
A what?
A memory.
A memory.
It was like, what was it you were made fun of at school?
Oh yeah, they used to make fun of me at school because I wet my pants. They used to call me piss boy. And if I could go back in time to that day, I'd go back in time and invest in Enron. Yeah. I wouldn't do anything to stop the bullying. Yeah, that's right. That's not a bad gag, that actually.
And at the end of it, you peed your pants.
And then at the end, I say, "Oh shit, I pissed myself." Yeah. I don't know. That was so unnecessary, eh?
I think you were telling me about it, and I was like, "You should do that at the end."
Yeah, I think that was your suggestion. Yeah.
And I had fun with this one. Yeah. It was one of the only ones where I brought in like some kind of prop. I put like a little party hat on.
You said you won.
Yeah, I was like, I'm celebrating today because I won Time Travel of the Year 2150.
That's so good. So this is the fun thing about TikTok is some of these jokes you can only do in a visual format, like that horse and cart one or the best time travel. I feel like we should get you an actual certificate. We get you a medal or something that says best time traveler, 2061 or whatever it is, and then it's a conversation starter. You just have it in your house.
Just have it on the wall, eh?
The joke I sometimes to do this on stage is say the way I know time travel is not real is because if it was, I would have gone back in time and given myself a punchline to this joke. But
yeah, it's a bit inside baseball.
It is.
It's kind of like Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. I'll fix this after.
Yeah, that's true.
It's happened.
What was the next one then?
All right, day 19, we had artificial intelligence.
Artificial intelligence. I remember this one was tough. I'm trying to remember what I did for this one.
I used an old joke. It's one that you've always been a big fan of. Where bought a new Japanese import car the other day. Yeah. It's got this great new AI feature. Yeah. It's called an odometer.
Odometer, that's right.
Keeps track of how many noodles I eat.
Great joke. I don't remember what I did for this one. AI, artificial intelligence. I think it was definitely an old joke. It would have been a computer one. I probably just put like, would I have recycled the... I actually don't know.
Jeez, I just watched this last night too. I watched all of yours last night. I completely forgot it.
That's why you're remembering them a lot quicker than I am, as I haven't even watched my own ones. Artificial intelligence.
What did you say? Must have been good.
Maybe. Well, we'll move on from that. If I remember it, I'll say it.
All right, cool. Then after that, what did we have? We had day 20, existential dread at 3 a.m.
Oh, yeah. Mine for that was saying that Saruman from the Lord of the Rings would, if I had the Palantir,
I would
be on that thing at 3 a.m, swiping, and I would be watching like the Dunedain Third Civil War and like how to make lammas bread, and like, it's all just like he's on TikTok essentially. Yeah,
just that whole like I'm just randomly looking at.
I'd be lying in bed and I'd be like, I want to go look at the Palantir.
Fantasy doom scrolling.
Yeah. What did you have for that one?
For my one, I talked about how, in the middle of the night, I had a really tough time getting to sleep. So I was thinking a lot about, like, my life and my purpose and where I'm going and stuff like that. And because I couldn't sleep, I was, like, cleaning the house and doing, like, a really, like, big clean of the house.
A deep clean.
It was a deep clean.
That's a great... I think you should do that on stage and say... I was mopping the house the other day and I started thinking about this and that. What a deep clean. That's funny, man. That's a good line there. I think you should keep that one.
Oh, thanks, man. I'll give it a try.
Artificial intelligence. What the hell was my gag for that?
Self-checkout.
Oh, that was where it's a pain in the ass. That's right. The better the self checkout gets, the less I want to use it because I've got a lot of questions for you now. And so it was, you back in the day, it used to just say cash or cash or card. Now it says like, do you want to round up? Do you want to round up 10 cents to feed the poor?
Yeah,
and I'm like pushing the button, going, I am the poor.
Yeah,
like,
that's my favorite bit of that one.
Are you 16 years old? None of your business. Pervert. That's actually not a bad gag. That
was pretty good.
And I have done that on stage, and it does work quite well because the one that gets people is when he says, "My band's playing this weekend. Do you want to come check it out?" I say never. What was the next one?
And then we had horoscopes for day 21. Now this was the toughest one.
Dude,
for me.
this one fucking sucked. I couldn't think of
bad.
We both were fucking suffering with this one.
Yeah, and I think part of it is that it's very well-worn territory.
It is.
Like so many people have made
Scorpio. Yeah.
So many people have made so many cheesy jokes about horoscopes, and it's also something that I don't care if people are into horoscopes, but I'm not interested. No, I'm sorry, it's not something I could care less about.
Yeah, exactly.
So my joke, but if
people take comfort for it, then fuck it.
Sorry?
If people take comfort for it, then fine. You do you kind of thing, right?
Yeah, that's what I did for mine. Actually, it took me a while to think of it, but I was quite happy with it.
Yeah.
And I just was like,
did you do horoscopes, or do we all thought of doing
a lot of us thought of that. I think
horoscopes. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Jared Cook actually.
He might have. Yeah.
But I went with like, my horoscope said I was going to be sarcastic today.
That's right.
Wow, what an amazing prediction. Yeah. Oh my gosh, this really disproves all the skepticism I've had, and just went on a bit of a rant like that.
Tremendous. Do you remember what I did?
No.
Horoscopes. I must have done something.
It was something about a particular star sign. I think it was a bit of a rugged one.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I'm just looking at it now. It says like, JokeTober, day 21, horoscopes, in brackets, nearly broke me.
Yes.
You're telling someone you're a Cancer, and then you had to come clean and say your birthday is actually on October 21st because you was a lion.
A lion. Oh, God. I should lose my comedian card for that joke. Eh?
Yeah, you said in the video that's probably the worst joke I've done for JokeTober.
Didn't I laugh afterwards and go, fucking that one just about broke me or something?
Yeah. That's definitely the vibe. One
of my favorite ever horoscope jokes I heard was this guy who doesn't do stand-up anymore, Nathan Joe I'll give him the name credit there. He would come out and go, "Hi everyone, I'm Nathan. I'm whatever old age he was. I'm he, him. I am a Cancer to those around me." It's like one of my favorite horoscope jokes there.
That's pretty good.
Cancer to those around me.
All right, then we had day 22, apologies.
Apologies.
No, I chucked out 3 for this one.
Did you?
I was feeling saucy, yeah.
Fuck, you definitely hit your stride by the end of it. Like, you didn't want to stop when you did about 3 more days of reels and stuff. What did you do for apologies?
So I had like 3 jokes that I'd written.
Was mine apologies or something like that?
Oh yeah, yours was really good. Yeah, I did like that.
Is that what I said? I don't remember. It
was like you sent them a bunch of like birds as an apology.
Apologies.
Yeah.
Is that really what I posted?
Or did I put? Maybe you gave that one to me.
You did that one, yeah.
I messed up my friend a while ago, so I sent around a bunch of gangster rappers to try and make up for it. They were my apologies.
Oh, that's such a good line.
And then tried to send around a bunch of birds, and it was like my apologies.
Apologies.
Or I tried to send around a Greek god. It was my apology.
Apologies. I sent him a packet of clarified butter. It was my apology.
Oh, diabolical.
Dude, you should do that on stage. That would be funny. I think if you did about 3 of them and then unrolled a long ream of paper with all of the ones that you've got on it. Because didn't we... We did this for another joke, didn't we? Oh, my joke about the multiverse. Oh, yeah. Where I wrote down every single fucking way you can tweet.
Yeah.
So, but what did I do for apologies? I don't remember.
You had this big rant about like there was a helper at like the supermarket or something. A volunteer was there to help, so you got him to come around and help you move. But he did a really bad job.
Yeah, man, let me tell you. So no, it was at the hospital. And it was based on a real thing. So I was at the hospital for that actor stuff I do, and there was an old guy that was like, he looked about as old as the people he was helping. Kind of thing. And he
I
had
know the type.
asked me for help on the back, and I was like, I should ask him for like advice on my stock folio. You know what I mean? Like, something that he obviously would not be there to help. But I said, so that I did this really.
But that turns out he's really knowledgeable.
Yeah, he no sell that shit. It's whatever. But anyway, yeah, he and so the bit was me saying I asked him for help moving, and he was like, "Oh no, my back, I shouldn't be lifting or whatever." And I'm like, "Fuck you, man!
Not much help.
Whinge." This guy. I'm like, "Look, finish the hour, and then you can head off." I was just like a really bad boss. Yeah.
Then we had day 23 was dreams.
Dreams.
Yours was about astral projection.
Oh, my nemesis was appearing in my dreams again and telling me that I was lazy and selfish, but he's lazy and selfish. That bastard's astrally projecting onto me again. What'd you write?
Oh, mine was another dumb little gag where it's like, they say your dreams don't come true, but the other night I dreamt I wet my pants. There's a theme with some of my jokes.
A lot of piss in the jokes. But I mean, you have and work with children, so there are a lot of common themes. I think children love a piss joke, don't they?
That is true.
Nothing gets a laugh out of kids more than pee and poo poo.
And then we had
nothing you or I ever write will be as funny as piss and shit to kids.
That never farts, man.
Yeah,
like
that's it, man.
The amount of times I've been teaching a class and someone lets one rip,
then they just
you've lost them for like 10 minutes easy.
Oh man.
And then, like, a while later, someone would laugh because I was like, "I remember when they farted."
Remember when the guy farted? Oh, the callbacks.
Yeah. Then we had, I was quite pleased with this one, actually. Yeah. Day 24, pets judging you.
Yes, I do remember you did a good one. I don't remember what it was, though. It was, you tell the joke.
Yeah, so it was like, I was just talking about I got 2 cats, and like they are very judgmental. For example, every time I'm over there with their litter box, they're just sitting there watching me, judging me. I can feel them criticizing me, and it's like, guys, cut it out. Give me a break. I'm used to using the toilet.
Yeah, that's right. That's a good one. I think mine was how my cat's a judgmental creature. I've never raised my voice at him.
That's it. And then your Uber Eats shows up.
But if my Uber Eats shows up and I get up quickly to go to the door, he acts like I'm, Tony Soprano, and I've been waiting to have him whacked for, like he's Joe Pesci about to be whacked in Goodfellas.
Yeah, that's what you said.
What I said. Yeah, because that was the thing is cats, man. I guess it's just they're flighty because they're sort of in the middle of the food chain. But yeah, cats, they're embarrassing, eh? Like you have guests around and they meow like they're at death's door, and you're like, you're acting like I abuse you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I starve you.
Yeah. What was the next one?
Then we had day 25, nostalgia. I busted out some old jokes for this one.
What'd you do?
Some jokes that I've done on stage where it's kind of like, I used to go out with this girl and she was really into drag racing, but we drifted apart.
Nice.
Or what was it? I've always liked this joke. It's so dumb, but I used to go out with this girl that was really into climbing historical buildings. I had to let her go, though. I can't be with someone who clings to the past.
That's right. That one does quite well on stage, doesn't it?
It has, yeah.
It's done. I don't remember what I did for that one.
Yeah, what was
nostalgia?
Nostalgia, yeah.
I think it was something about like Power Rangers or Pokemon or something.
He-Man.
He-Man in the Masters of the Universe.
How it's progressive.
It was 40 years ahead of its time because his pronouns are in his name. Yeah. He-Man, She-Ra. Yeah. It's all right.
He-Man, yeah, I like man.
Yeah.
Then we had Finding Money for day 26.
Yes. I feel like
your one was good. Yeah.
I feel like Mark Simmons is one. He's written the best ever joke in this tab, where he says, "Been a good day. Been a good day. Found some money on the ground just next to some guy singing."
Yeah.
What did I put? What did I do for this one again?
You were comparing yourself to a right-wing government, and how you can find money for some things.
I can find money for the McDonald's stop on the way home, but like basic necessities, I'm like, oh no, you'll have to go without.
Yeah. My one was it was actually pretty lame. It was talking about how, when the ice cream truck used to come by when I was a kid, I could find all the money in the house within 30 seconds flat.
Yeah.
And nowadays I can't even find my sunglasses. In the video, where are my sunglasses, Taylor? Oh my gosh,
on your
they are on my head. Wow. Who could have come up with that?
Visual gags, man. Visual gags. Yeah. What an experience that people are really being robbed of now, of finding money in the back of. I mean, no one carries cash anymore, so you don't.
Yeah,
find...
I never have cash, so like it's not like you. I used to love the thing where you put on like a jacket or something you haven't worn in ages, and it's like, hey, $10.
That's right. I never had that experience, but it must have been sweet. Like,
oh yeah. One time, it was years ago, back when you did find money on the ground. I was walking down the street with a friend of mine, and we stopped, and he was like, "Oh, $1," and he like bent down and picked it up, and I was like, "Oh yeah, cool." And then I bent down and picked up the $5 that was right next to it.
Wow.
Just one of those guys who wasn't observant.
That's fucking crazy.
But I wonder was that thing of like he was, the
shiny coin.
Wouldn't and you wouldn't expect to see a $5, so it's like, oh, I didn't see it because I didn't expect to see it.
That almost makes me think someone was unconscious on the ground next to it or something. Like, I remember years ago I used to have this joke about how there's something called the Glasgow Coma Scale, which is about head injuries and how severe a head injury is. And the joke,
I love that it's from Glasgow.
The joke was, well, in a punchy city like Glasgow, they had a lot of head injuries to look at or something, and they measure it on a scale of like 1 to 4, I think, is the severity. And so the joke I would used to say is like, it was like something about here's what you do if you find someone, if you think someone has got a severe head injury, and it was like, step 1, look around. Are there any witnesses? Step 2, take his wallet. Step 3, elevate the head. Like it was, but I added in take his wallet as like one of the steps for helping someone with a head injury.
I like that.
And I think, I forget what the example I used, but it was like, the Glasgow Coma Scale, like that would be like a Christchurch alcohol poisoning scale, where it was some your city thing. But yeah, anyway, what's the next one?
Day 27 was the concept of infinity. I struggled with this one.
I did the one where it was like, the
old schoolyard argument.
Plus 1, and then he like collapses to his knees, and then he goes, wait, infinity plus affinity, and the other
very like slow and dramatic with like the
possible, and then it just loops that. It's okay. I think if I edited that properly and released it, and I put music from the anime Death Note, which is a real like the thing of Death Note is like it's these the world's greatest detective and a serial killer, essentially, like clash of geniuses kind of thing. And I think the Death Note music helped because it's just two schoolyard kids arguing with each other.
Yeah.
What did you do for that one?
My one was I had a tough time with this one. I really struggled, and
it's a hard one because it's like, what do you mean the concept of infinity?
Yeah, and I think because I was teaching algebra at the time, and we were talking about like sets, so I got the idea of infinite sets, and so I started by explaining, I learned about infinite sets, and one example of an infinite set is all numbers above 0. Another example of an infinite set is any point along the line segment, great stuff. And then I go, or a third example of an infinite set is any time I'm on stage and I'm busting to go for a week.
That's how much time you've got left.
Exactly, yeah. And again, why do I keep going back to the urine well? I don't know.
Look, man, you got to write what you know, and most people are going to be pissing like 7 or 8 times a day, so you get,
I think it was at this point as well where it's like there were a couple of videos where it was just like,
we used to always say we're in the vinegar strokes now. Like it was almost done.
Yep.
The concept. I love those jokes of like it's like QI, how they'll say like, what is the question to the answer 47,000, and it'll be like the amount of people in line in front of you at the rhythm Alps and the toilets, whatever. Like can I say this? I'll try and do this without naming the company because whatever. But my previous employer, we had to do some ads, and it was like about numbers that were specific to the industry that we were in. And so it was like, 137,000 or something like that. And we had to come up with a bunch of like ad copy for it. And somehow I weaseled my way into writing these. And so it would be things like 130,000 is like how many people taking a sick day off whenever Mount Hart has a bluebird, or like,
right.
How many caravans are in front of you on the highway at Waitangi? How many men in Lycra are up the hills on, whatever it was. It was just all these very local Christchurch references. And like some of them we had to cut because they're like, it's going to hit a little too close to home with some people. But, God, it was so much fun writing those those fucking those little gags there. But yes, what was our next one there? 29.
28 superstitions.
Oh, we did okay for this one. I think mine was just the guy's a little bit stitious, and he's got to think about grey cats.
Yeah, I really like
MSG over his shoulder, and what was it? He bumped a mirror or something. It was he walked under a. It was mild.
Something being small.
Yeah, maybe it was. I just liked grey cat. He's got to think about grey cats. I think that's kind of funny. Because black cats in real life get a bad rap, but they're actually pretty chill animals, I think.
They are. I own a black cat.
Yeah,
He's great. Yeah. Unless he's hungry.
They start to speak up then, do they?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Actually, I went a similar vibe. That's right, because I struggled with this one. I liked your idea, so I went, he's extremely stitious.
You went the other direction, though.
Yes, what was it like? What was it? He never goes on black cat cruises.
Nice.
He never touches mirrors.
Yep.
And he's outright banned anyone from listening to Umbrella by Rihanna in his house.
Nice. What was the next one? 29?
Multiverse. Yeah, this was a goodie.
This is probably my favourite one. Is like, it's just me teleporting into the frame. It's another infinite loop one.
You really got to watch it. Hey.
I feel like I definitely hit on something with these infinite loop ones because it's fun to do and like think about how you can shoot them in ways that are infinite. So yeah, I need to do more infinite loop ones, I think.
But very effective when it works out.
Because TikTok just keeps playing them. And so, yeah, anyways, this one is me teleporting and I'm like, oh no, this isn't the multiverse. This is I don't remember what the first one, Malteseverse, which is that dog, the little white dog.
Yeah.
And then I teleport and I go, okay, and I teleport out again. And then it's like, oh no, this is the Moldyverse, and it's like moldy bread, and then I teleport out again. One of them is Nick Nolte. It's
the multiverse. That's what got me. And then you had like the Molteverse, like a little mole playing golf.
Yeah, the Molteverse. That's probably my favorite one. So yeah, I've got about 9 of these. I can shoot about 4 videos because I looked at the stats and people switched out after about 3 of them. So it's like you don't need to make them that long. So yeah, I think I've got this sort of green screen thing over there, and we'll try and set up. It's a white screen, but yeah, I'm sure it'll work. I'm going to try and, because I had really poorly photoshopped stuff around the edges, but if I could do it with a green screen, I think it would look way better. So yeah, that's one I need to revisit, but I was very stoked on that one. What did you do for the multiverse?
Yeah, so I kind of went for the idea of like things that have multiple verses. So I was like, I love multiverse. Like, I'm a huge fan of multiverses. Like,
I was annoyed that I didn't think of that.
Yeah, like Shakespeare, man, that guy had so many verses.
That's so funny.
Or like a Rolling Stone by Bob Dylan. Yeah. Man, there's some verses.
2 verses.
The Bible. The real good news is how many verses that bad boy has.
Funny. Fuck, that's a good gag. Damn, I wish I'd thought of that. That's funny.
Could be a good one for the stage, actually.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, there could be a bit
so. You guys into multiverse stuff? It's kind of catch at the moment. Oh, man, Bob Dylan's, whatever. There's at least 3 verses in that one.
Yeah, that was a fun one. That's funny,
man. That's funny.
Right, we're getting into it now. Day 30, your own funeral.
What did I've recorded?
You had like the video that you wanted played at your funeral.
And it was me doing a stand-up set and being like, hey, good to see the front row's empty, just like a stand-up set. Oh, it turns out all I needed to do to fill a room was to die. So it's very inside baseball. And then there's something, I told a couple of really bad jokes, I think. And then I was like, okay, lock the doors. We're now going to spend the next 3 hours watching all of my comedy specials from start to finish. What did you put for that one?
For me, it was kind of like I want my funeral to be like my wedding. So first of all, invite only and no plus ones.
Nice.
Unless we're really tight for numbers. Also,
I'm going to get those numbers up.
I want to have a gift registry because it's good enough for a pharaoh. It's good enough for me.
They're going to bury you with a bunch of shit.
Yeah, mate.
That's funny.
And, and I'm not going to get buried. I'm going to be cremated. And at the end, they're going to throw the urn into the crowd to see who's next.
That's a fucking banger. You should do that on stage, man. I love the idea of throwing the urn into the crowd.
Yeah. Yeah, think fast.
Yeah, everyone dives out of the way of it. Nan's not so lucky. Gets clobbered with it. Oh, that's funny, man.
And then finally we had Halloween or Halloween candy.
Oh, so mine on this one was I've been trick-or-treating in the really rough part of town.
Yeah.
On the plus side, haven't had to pay for any razor blades or drugs in the last 7 years or something.
Yeah.
And then we both put like a hey, thanks for watching thing at the end of these.
Yeah.
Yeah. What did you put for your one again?
So mine was kind of like beefing up Halloween candy, so it's trick and treat.
Oh, yeah, that's right. And it was like real corn instead of candy corn. Or
Yeah, banana lollies that actually taste like bananas.
Yeah.
Ugh.
That makes them worse, in your opinion?
Yeah, you know, acid drops that give you reflux.
Nice.
Warheads that actually detonate.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's make Halloween great again.
Make Halloween great again.
And then I did like a wee sign off, and like for me, it was honestly actually a little bit emotional finishing it, because it was like
it's weird, eh? Like, yeah.
because I hadn't really done a lot of social media before this,
foray, yeah.
and this was kind of what spurred me on to do video content, to start using TikTok, things like that. And when it came to the end of it, it was almost kind of like, oh, what do I do now?
Yeah, what's next? Yeah.
Yeah, and it has. But what I love is that it's got me thinking, well, you know, I have enjoyed doing this. I want to keep doing it. I've done a few more since, you know, just sort of here and there. But now it's a matter of thinking, okay, what's next? You know, do I want to have this kind of schedule or framing device, or is it just a matter of continuing to make content when I have an idea as I see fit and just putting it out there?
Yeah, yeah. I think for me, it's like we're coming up an hour now. We should begin to wrap this up. But the reason that JokeVember to me hasn't been the same is I think that breakneck pace of the everyday thing was kind of what made it fun. And if you have too much free time, apparently I would be lazy and just kind of like I don't have the motivation to do it. But like I think like you say, like I normally try to get something up on Wednesdays if I can, but it's just, you know, life tends to get in the way, especially now that we're coming up to Christmas. And it sounds ridiculous, a guy who's essentially unemployed, but like I've always got admin stuff to do in the day, and noon just seems to be such an inconvenient time for me. Like I never seem to be doing nothing at noon.
Whereas I work full time.
Well, yeah, I guess if at best you'd be on your lunch break, but like, you know.
Oh, really? I do it at home because it's like.
Yeah, exactly. So.
It's not worth mixing that with school.
No, you don't want to do that. But yeah, I think it's good that some of us are doing more video stuff, because really that's what's going to get people from, you know, the level of being just some battler at the mics to like someone who people know who they are, is through posting stuff online. And it's stuff more locals need to be doing, I think, because like if you think about it, you were saying some of your videos were getting 200-300 views, but you were like tickled pink with that. One got to 1,700 or something, and you were like, you were on cloud nine for a few days.
I think 1,300 was the best.
Yeah, and it's like,
and it felt great.
People always do say like you've got to think about like it's not massive numbers in terms of like the world, but like 1,300 people in a room watching something is massive, and so like I guess the thing with like what I wish new comics or even comics that have been around for a while would understand is like. Back in the day, if you wanted to get on TV, you had to go through all these gatekeepers to get on TV. And then it was like, okay, now you're going to be seen by millions of people. Where it's like, some of my TikToks almost got up to 1 million views. Wait, did they? No, there were several hundred thousands, I think I got up to. Wow. And it's like, how else? Like, I didn't have to leave my house to get that kind of exposure. Yeah. So I guess I just wish people would realize how many people can see you if you just start putting stuff out there. And... Like Craig Westenberg's had he's been swinging away for a while, and he hasn't had a lot of luck until just recently he's figured out this format of like he does
different town subreddits around
town subreddits, and like it's just him at his laptop, and they're getting up good. They're getting up to like 30,000-40,000 views, and it's like he's
people are saying like do this town.
Yeah, exactly.
It makes me think of, remember a while back there was that Facebook group, Shit Towns in New Zealand?
Yeah, exactly. It's like that, eh? And I think he's done a lot better of capitalizing on that than I have with the Chris Lux and stuff. Because for me, it's like, I guess if he's making fun of a town, it's like a faceless thing. Whereas I always feel a little bit of remorse making fun of an actual person. Do you know what I mean? Like that's the kind of...
I mean, this is Chris Luxon we're talking about.
And I get that, but I'm also just like,
do you think he feels remorse about things?
Probably not. And I think also he probably wouldn't. I don't know, because Erica Stanford follows me on Instagram, so I have to assume
really?
She does, yeah.
That's funny.
So, well, she did at some point. I don't know if she still does. She might have seen my other content and gone, nah, this guy sucks.
Then again, maybe that raised her opinion of you.
Maybe. So for those overseas listeners, Erica Stanford, what is she? Currently like the member of Parliament in education or something.
Yeah, she's like I hear she's the head or the co-head of the Ministry of Education.
Yeah, but people seem to think she might be in the running to be the National Party's candidate either next election or in the future. So she might be a relatively big player in New Zealand politics. But yeah, I don't know. I assume it was someone from her team because I don't think she never watches my stories or anything like that. So I think it's just her team followed me. Anyway, off topic. I don't know. I just feel like it's so much easier to roast a whole town of people because I'm always, I don't know. We were talking
about
there are
stereotypes you can sort of play on as well.
We were talking about before we were walking around about how like some kids don't think of consequences. I pretty much only think of consequences, and I'm like, if I make my whole career making fun of the politician, it's like luck would have it that I'll run into him somewhere or something, and that's just an awkward conversation I don't want to have.
And you're not very good at awkward conversations. You haven't had much experience with them.
I'm not good at I have a lot of experience in awkward conversations. But do you know what I mean? Is like, and
also, if you're making fun of a town, someone who lives in that town,
they love it.
If they happen to take offence to that joke, they might think, oh, they're not talking about me though.
No, exactly. Yeah, and it's like, whereas if you're singling out one person, I don't know. I'm not good at.
And people just love it when their town's mentioned, particularly if they live in like Cromwell or somewhere that doesn't get much airtime usually.
No, you're right. And I mean, the fact that, like, obviously resonated with people making fun of the Prime Minister, but, like, I don't know, it's just too personal. It's more personal than I'm comfortable with, I think, is what I've discovered why I feel so weird about doing them.
And also, like, your reels were really, really good, but he is, like, a popular target, like, you know.
Yeah, and that's the thing, is people have said, well, he's not going to be around forever. Like, it will just be one of those things you've done in your career. And I guess that's true. Like, you think about how many politicians and how many, like, SNL actors have done way more scathing versions of politicians than I have. And I don't know.
There is a precedent as well of, like, people doing, like, sketch shows where, like, they deliberately play politicians in New Zealand or...
I don't know.
What was that one they used to have years ago where they had kind of like puppets or something? Or like they wore like masks? There was like really grotesque caricatures.
Yes, I know the one you mean. I don't know what it was called.
It was during like Helen Clark and that, so probably like the late 90s, early 2000s.
I remember the one you mean. I don't know what it was called though, yeah.
Or like how, what was it, Maffei and Gisborne, and I'd do Muldoon.
Yes, yeah.
Very current reference, that.
Yeah. I don't know. Let's wrap things up. Actually, we had a lot more to talk about than I thought we did. What are your plugs for the old social medias, Grant?
All right, so you can find me on TikTok, GC Does Comedy.
Nice.
Unless I get banned. And then Instagram.
I'm trying to make it happen, Grant, but so far it's not happened.
And then we've got...
they're not responding to my emails.
I'm Grizz Nuggets on Instagram.
Where does that nickname come from, by the way? Is it a high school thing?
That was just...
Because Grant becomes Grizz, I'm guessing.
Yeah, people used to call me Grizz quite a lot. You know, get like beardy guy, kind of hairy. And
like Jazza or something from... Dazza, Jazza,
Yeah, that kind of vibe, exactly. It just kind of stuck. And that used to be like my Facebook name. So like people would meet me and think my name was actually Grizz.
Oh.
Actually, I remember once when I was at uni, they had like a thing you put in your preferred name on the website. So I put Grizz.
Nice.
And I was doing like postgrad then. I was in my honours year. And I walked into one of like the little tutorial rooms, and the guy goes to me, "Oh, hey, Grizz."
Nice.
As far as he was concerned, it was my preferred name.
Yeah, well, he's he's respecting your pronouns, I guess.
And then, one day someone just called me Grizz Nuggets, and how
just stuck.
Yeah, exactly. And if you want to find me on Facebook, just Grant Cattermole, comedian.
There you go.
I'm on there, and I'll be putting updates about shows. We've got our Bachelor show this week.
Yes, so I think this will be up on Monday. It is going to be on the 4th of December, I believe.
Yep, Thursday at Austin Club.
We're going to be parodying The Bachelor. You, Grant, is one of the contestants. We've got a lady called Gracie who has volunteered to be our Bachelorette. She is going to be the tastemaker. We are going to get the comics to perform short sets. Gracie's going to hand out 3 roses and one person is going to get eliminated. We're going to repeat that until there's only one winner, and that'll be the show. How are you feeling about that?
I think it's going to be really fun.
Yeah. Are you going to try and cater your material at all to, like, a young woman's...
I'm not too sure. I was thinking about it last night. I was thinking of like I'm going to treat it like a talent show.
Yes.
And each set, I'm going to do a different kind of comedy.
Nice.
So like for the first one, we kind of like my stuff that I know usually does well.
Yeah, you got to start with
my bankers. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought for the second round I might bring out my one-liners.
Yeah.
Flex those muscles, and then for the third round maybe focus on crowd work.
Nice. Yeah. Good move. She seems like an interesting person. She's got a little nugget in her interest. When you sign up, you can write, I left a little segment for like anything else that you think might be interesting. And I won't tell you here, but and I'll tell you, I'll tease it on the podcast. So she was telling me that her mother used to run a brothel, but it was an ethical brothel, so it never made any money. So I'm looking forward to talking about,
interesting stuff.
Fair trade hand jobs and ethically sourced condoms and whatever it is. And I think that'll be a really, really funny segment. So I think she's going to have a good sense of humor. I think it should be good.
And then we've got, what is it, Naughty But Nice?
Yes, you on that as well?
Yeah.
I talk about nepotism.
You're right. So it's the 20th, isn't it?
The 20th of December, and that is going to be, I think I'm hosting that, so I'm just doing whatever, but the comics are going to do 3 minutes of squeaky clean jokes, and then we're going to ding a bell, and that's kind of like in Rocky when Mickey tells him he can switch back to being Southpaw, and you can really let loose. And then I think also we're going to take confessions from the audience, and we're going to collectively determine whether this is a naughty or a nice thing that they've done. So
awesome.
It could be sexual things you've done, or stealing stuff from work, or regifting something you got for Christmas, or whatever it is, anything you want to confess and get off your chest. And then I think sort of in between acts, I'll just read them off and we can decide what's naughty and what's nice. But yeah, thanks for joining me, Grant.
Thanks for having me. It's been great.
We went for a little waddle and got some food before. It was nice. And I'm sure you'll be appearing on the podcast again at this rate. Thanks.
No, thanks for having me. Good stuff.
This has been a Tape Deck Media production. Thank you for listening.